Yes, these are empty cabinets. By the end of this video, though, this will be the new Mondo display. So hi there, welcome back to Jay's Toy Collection UK. Before we get into that, of course, hit that like button, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. But let's get straight into it, because I've got to fill these IKEA Aladdin cabinets up with Mondo. So I've already lit them just on the one side, hidden by the sort of black rim on the outside there. So the lights are in. Let's get some figures in. And if by editing magic, we now have some full cabinets, so I'll take you through in detail. So regular viewers of the channel will realise just 2 months ago I filmed said Mondo display when it was under the stairs in the Kallax units, but now it's been upgraded to glass and it is in the IKEA Aladdin unit. So one of the figures you wouldn't have seen on the last tour is one that literally turned up 3 days ago. It is the new version of Wolverine is here. So he does come with that massive sentinel head as well that looks very, very nice indeed. Loads of accessories. I've done no posing, as you can tell, just put his claws up. That was about it. So I do need to actually do some proper posing in there. Just needed to get him into the display. As we come down then there, you will see Rogue and Gambit, hopefully much better lit when it comes to these glass units. And again, she comes with the sentinel head as well for the deluxe Rogue. And of course, my still classic museum no posing on Gambit, having got his accessories out of the box yet. So plenty I need to do on this display to actually work on it. But I just wanted to get them safely behind glass. We come down here then, we have Magneto, Jubilee, and your boy Cyclops as well. So he's currently in display. I'm still debating whether to keep all the X-Men. Let me know in the comments. I was thinking, do I just go villains when it comes to Mondo and just have maybe one hero representing each franchise? So I was thinking of just keeping Wolverine and getting rid of all the rest of the heroes so I don't have to buy Beast, Jean and Storm, and then just have Wolverine versus the villains. Let me know. I cannot make my mind up. And if we come down on my knees here, you will see the bottom one. We have Omega Red at the back there. The massive Sabretooth at the front. And probably what I'm not as excited by is actually the exclusive version of Wolverine. I think Marvel Legends have just actually done that in the X-Men 97. So he gets a back row spot. So the first cabinet is 4 of the X-Men. So this video is, of course, Marvel versus DC. So do let me know in the comments who wins the Mondo display. Which brand has the better figures, Marvel or DC? So that is your X-Men there. So, of course, you don't have these units. These are the replacement for the classic IKEA DTOF. They are just slightly smaller, slightly not as wide, but they do have the black trim where you can kind of hide the lights behind. So I think they work well for that. So we'll come over to DC then for now. And here's another one that's just recently arrived. And I've got to say, this is the most impressive figure Mondo I think have ever made. And this is Clayface. This unit is 14 inches tall in each cube. And you can see he nearly takes up the entire cube to himself. He's made of a soft rubber, which is my only concern. Will it disintegrate in time? On camera, you can sometimes see the plastic parts and the rubber parts look slightly different, but you can't actually notice that at all in person. He does look really good. You've got that Batman there, the magnetic accessory to attach to his chest. And he comes with literally 2 entire trays for the deluxe edition of accessories. So he's absolutely nuts. I had the Kenner version when I was a kid. When it comes to Clayface, you'd squeeze his hand and that little mace thing would just pop off. So really, really my most nostalgic figure when it comes to Batman the Animated Series is Clayface. And literally hiding behind him is Bane. I probably should put Bane in front of him, but Clayface is more important to me than Bane. So Bane's had to take a bit of a back row spot there. But you can see him if you're looking close enough. And if you've got that Bane figure, you know how big that is. So that Clayface, just insane. So he's winning it for DC for me at the moment. This one I think is quite a fun little cube. So you've got Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and of course the Mark Hamill version of the Joker. And being in these bigger cabinets than where I had them before, I can now get all the accessories in there. So that is again a deluxe version of Harley Quinn. So you do have the sort of hyenas that come with her as well. You've got Poison Ivy's children, all the sorts of flowers that come there. Again, that could be maybe the best head sculpt in the entire line. I think DC might be winning it for me as I go through this so far, because that Poison Ivy head sculpt is just utterly insane. And there is a Joker at the back. I think there are better versions of that head sculpt out there, and probably some actually in my loft in the actual box of accessories. So I might swap the Joker up. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a pause here as I get on my feet. Try this video for an update from Cheeky Monkey.
Well, I've just got some reed diffusers for £21 instead of £58. Bargain.
Absolute bargain. So there's Cheeky Monkey with the bargain. Of course, she gets to sit right by the Mondo, so she's very, very lucky indeed. Clayface, yeah, one accessory does come with, like you can't fit with him, is a mahoosive puddle. A giant Clayface puddle. You've got the back grapple going through his face as well. What a crazy, crazy accessory. And behind him, almost as an afterthought to that size of that Clayface, is the Scarecrow. Again, another figure I had from the Kenner days as a child, so I did swap on that version of the head sculpt there. But again, you do have all those other versions of the head sculpt, so I need to tidy all these up, as I say. But I just wanted to get something in there. And at the top, is it the best Batman film? It may well be the mask of the Phantasm there. So there is Batman and the Phantasm at the top of the display. Yeah, another figure I had. Quite a lot of nostalgia as I'm talking through this commentary for these Batman animated figures. I do have the versions upstairs from DC Direct. But yeah, here are the Batman ones in this cabinet. And actually, there's a few more. Now, a guy that's trying to outrank Clayface for size, maybe we can get them both together, is Man-Bat. So he's a bit shorter, but of course I don't have the deluxe version. So I don't have the massive wings. But there is Man-Bat. Again, so DC Batman's had to take up 5 cubes rather than 4, so they've encroached on Spider-Man. So Mr. Freeze is in the back there behind Man-Bat. And you've got the Nora Freeze Tombstone, which is a really fun accessory. And then we have Catwoman again. She's made the back row. So that is the finishing bit of DC. So we actually pan up to the final Marvel then, which of course is my favourite of all the animated shows when I was a kid. Is Spider-Man, the animated series. So only 3 figures out so far. So what I'm going to do in the future, when I need a bit more space in here for Spider-Man, because I've only got 3 cubes, I'm not fully sure. So maybe the X-Men or some Batman might have to go. We'll have to try and work it out as I rotate the display around. But there we have all the accessories for the symbiotes too. And of course the Prometheum X, which is there. Of course, if you watch the animated show, you know where that comes from. So Spidey is in there. I will pause for the final time and we'll go to the top. As we pan up then, there's your boy Venom, who really does take advantage of the cell shading. If I try and block the lights, the Hot Toys cabinets behind us, of course, to give us a bit of a reflection on the video. But you can see, of course, the blue and the red shading of Venom, which just comes through brilliantly on the figure. Not the most articulate figures in the world, Mondo. They do often need their stands as well, but in terms of sculpt and just paint aesthetic, I think they look absolutely fantastic. You can't get a better face when it comes to the animated series Venom than that. So yeah, Carnage is hopefully on the way soon from Mondo. He has been pre-ordered. But of course, it's excited me is they've announced Doctor Doom, and of course my favourite character, the Lizard, is coming. So the Lizard will have pride of place probably up here with Spider-Man. So there is Peter. That is the one with a few of the QC issues when it comes to the paint and the stand. I still haven't actually opened the replacement they sent me. So I have to try and see if I can get some accessories on him, change his head, and maybe have him being attacked by Venom or something. But there's a Green Goblin, the sort of mask as well. It looks great. That'll be another figure. Oh, what we're going to do with this? If they keep expanding this, I'm going to have gliders and things. We're going to run out of space pretty quickly for a display. It's only been in for about 5 minutes. But if I pan back there, that's what we got. 3 of the IKEA Aladdin cabinets representing Marvel vs. DC and all those 90s animated series. So let me know who wins in the comments for you. I think for me, DC is going to have to take it this round so far, just because of Clayface, Man-Bat, the Poison Ivy head. I think they're probably the best here. And then Rogue has a great head, and Venom also has a great head. I'm talking far too much about great head. So if you enjoy great head, then hit that like button for me. Let me know your thoughts on these Mondo figures in the comments below. Do you collect them? Are you tempted? Or have you started and sucker in with some of the announcements that are coming? But hopefully that looks better now. They are behind glass in the living room display. Hopefully it looks a bit more fancy. Now it's in the living room. We've got to keep Cheeky Monkey happy. So I've been Jay. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK. And of course, I'll see you on the next video.